Okay, let us continue, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم اجعل أعمالنا خالصة لوجهك ولا تجعل فيها حظا لغيرك وصل اللهم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Continue Surah Al-Qari'ah بإذن ta'ala. In the we ended on the verse يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش. That's within. We stop. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then says after that فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُ فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُ. What does that mean? Amma, what does amma mean? It's a harf, means as for. As for. The fa means so. Amma means as for. Man thaqulat. Man, what does man mean? Who, the one who. That's ismul mawsool. And what you know about ismul mawsool? It must always have something that comes after it that qualifies. The one who what? The thing that comes after it will qualify. فَأَمَّا, as for man, the one who thaqulat. Thaqula means what? Comes from thaqil. Thaqil means to be heavy. So thaqula is a verb, right? Thaqula is a verb, and you can see the feminine form of the verb is being used here. Thaqula, thaqulu, thaqulat. That's one thing. Then usually if a verb has a dhamma on the second root letter, then it usually refers to like it's mentioning a quality of something, or it's like what we call lazim. It's a intransitive verb. So thaqula here means to be heavy. To be heavy. As for the one who thaqulat mawazinu, what's the fa'il of thaqula? What is it that is heavy? How do you look? First you look on the verb. Is anything on thaqulat? There's that ta at the end, isn't there? But that ta just tells me that it's a feminine verb. So nothing on the end really, right? Okay, so where next? To the left, what's to the left? Mawazi Nuhu. Is that mafa'il? Yes, it's in halatul raf. That's mafa'il. So as for the one, mawazin is the plural of Mizan. Let's hope we know what Mizan means. Mizan means like a balance or scale. It's a thing used to measure weights, to measure mass. But mawazinuhu, the hu at the end is dhamir showing mudafun ilayh. That scale belongs to someone, and that hu refers back to the man. So as for the one who his scales are heavy, as for the one who his scales are heavy, so there's a number of images that get created in our mind here. First, you can see the surah is replete with images, right? Allah subhanahu, even from the very first word, Al-Qari'ah, the knocker. Mal-Qari'ah. What is this knocker? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا-Qari'ah. What will enable you to know what is Al-Qari'ah? So Allah is playing on this Qari'ah thing here, that we know a linguistic meaning for, but we don't know what's actually being spoken about. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes to describe what it is. But even in the description, Allah is using similes the whole time. يَوْمَ يَكُونُ النَّاسُ كَالْفَرَاشِ الْمَبْثُوثِ. That day when people will be like scattered moss. There's an image created there. And that image has a whole lot of connotations. Not just do we think of moss, but we think about the nature of moss, the scatteredness, the lack of orientation. وَتَكُونُ الْجِبَالُ كَالْعِهْنِ الْمَنْفُوشِ. Again, it's appealing to some image of mountains. Mountains will be like puffed up and ruffled up wool. I think the idea of things being chaotic is included in it on account of the flight of moths. So it is there.
I mean, like the condition of the people.
Yes.
Does it like imply that there will be chaos and loss? Like people don't get guidance from that.
No. So sorry if I didn't mention this. When we're speaking about from that day, we understand that Al-Qari'ah to be one of the names of the day of Qiyamah. So after the destruction of this world, right? That day when people will be like scattered moss means when they will be resurrected from their graves. When they will be resurrected from the graves. It's as if when they are woken up from their graves that they'll just be completely disoriented. Sorry if I in a hurry this morning I might have. So it's referring to the day of Qiyamah. So it's not meaning like there's going to be fasad, worldly fasad. It's specifically speaking about the lack of orientation that people will have when they are raised from the graves that day, referring to a day of Qiyamah. So Al-Qari'ah, after this we come to understand what will make us know what Al-Qari'ah is. The Quran, Al-Qari'ah is one of the names of Yawm Al-Qiyamah. But then Allah continues with this imagery. So Allah says, as for the person whose scales will be heavy, from that we understand something. There's some type of measurement of something. Allah doesn't speak about the manner of that measurement, nor does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speak about what it is that will be measured. But Allah speaks about the fact that there will be some people who have heavy scales. We understand from that there are certain things that Allah will give value to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give value to. And what we understand those to be good deeds will be heavy. Good deeds will be the things that weigh will weigh heavy. In Surah Al-Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala establishes this meaning more clearly. The verse, let me just think of something. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, أولئك الذين كفروا بآيات ربهم. Allah speaks about the people that disbelieved in the signs of the Lord, and they disbelieved in the fact that they would meet Allah. Allah says, فَحَبِطَتْ أَعْمَالُهُم. Their deeds will be rendered futile and in vain. فَلَا نُقِيمُ لَهُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَزْنًا. Allah says, we will not give any weight to their deeds on the day of Qiyamah. So some Mufassirin have said that our actions, the abstract things, after it's complete, if I lift this phone up, once I put it down, that action is gone. It has no existence any longer. There's just a memory. So they say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will actually attach a physical weight to those abstract things. And those things will be then placed on a scale. That's why, for example, we have the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kalimatani خفيفتان على اللسان. He says, the Rasul says, there's two words that's light on the tongue. ثقيلتان في الميزان. But those words will be heavy on the scale. Words don't weigh anything. Right? We don't usually ascribe a weight to words. But Rasul says that those words will weigh heavy on the scale. So the understanding that we get from it is that Allah will give a physical weight to that, to those deeds. Habibatan ila Rahman, and those two words are beloved to Allah. Just that I don't read the hadith there. What are those words? Allah Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanallahi al-Azim. That's all that I wanted to do. Was I'm just quoting all that to make us understand what does it mean, man thaqulat mawazin. Man thaqulat mawazin means the person who has such deeds to which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will value greatly and will attach a great weight to. Right? What does Allah say about that person? فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. فَهُوَ, so he, fi. The huwa is the mubtada of the sentence, right? So what's my khabar? My khabar will be fi عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. The harful jar, it's ismul majroor, and the sifa that's attached to it. Now what's usually between the mubtada and the khabar? Is or are. But here the whole surah is framed in the future tense, isn't it? So I'm not going to translate it as it is between the mubtada and the khabar. I'm going to translate it as a will be. Is the future form that will be. So فهو, so he will be في عيشة راضية. He will be in عيشة. عيش comes from عاش يعيش, that means to live. To live. فهو في عيشة, he will be in a life that's راضية. راضية means what? راضية, يرضى means to be happy, to be content, to be pleased with something. So what kind of construction do we have here? عيشة راضية موصول صفة. So the quality of life that this person will be having is that it will be راضية. What form of the word is راضية? Okay, it's feminine, yes, that's correct. What else? What form of the word? Remember I was talking to you about ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul, which one is this one? It's a dua. So it's the ismul fa'il. So it means it does an action. What action does it do? To make something, to give it rida. So what does it mean? He will be in a life that makes him happy, that makes him pleased, that pleases him. He will be in a pleasing life.
Maybe God say in the Surah that I'm good, and that thing where good deeds are really against.
Like a balance or something like that.
Yeah, like if your good deeds is scale, then
Your good deeds will be weighed against your bad deeds. Right? Your good deeds will be weighed against your bad deeds. So, فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. What about the other end of the spectrum? وَأَمَّا, and as for. Amma means as for, right? We first said فَأَمَّا, you have وَأَمَّا, and as for. مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. What do you think khaffa means? To be light. Thaqula means to be heavy. The opposite of that is khaffa, to be light. So Allah says وَأَمَّا, and as for man, the one who khaffat mawazinu. Again, the verb is khaffa. Khaffa, khafu. And then the feminine form is khaffat. Why is it feminine? Right, because the fa'il of it is mawazin, which is the plural of inanimate object. So as for the one who khaffat mawazin, his scales are light. So what do we understand by that? Again, the things that will be given great weight are the good deeds. So if he doesn't have things of great weight, it means his scales are going to be light. That means he has a little good deeds. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ. As for the person whose scales, or as for the person who his scales are light. What does Allah say about him? فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. فَأُمُّهُ. So, أُمُّهُ. What does that mean? فَأُمُّهُ. What's You all know this word. Literally, means a mother. Literally, means a mother. Now, when you think about a mother in relation to a child, what do you think about? Here and there, all of this things. But the aspect that's being referred to here is the fact that the child always runs to his mother. He's the malad, the resort of his mother. I have a child, he likes playing with me and stuff like that, but I know there's going to come a time where he wants to go to his mom. So it's like the child is the resort, or the mother is the resort of the child. So here is not being used as literally as a mother, but it's being used to mean his place of return, his place that he will resort to, the only place that he can run to. So again, there's more imagery here. The word is being used, but with the meaning of a resort, something that you run back to. So Allah says about what is his resort? فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. His resort is Hawiyah. Hawiyah here is one of the names of the Alpha. One of the names of the Alpha. But the word Hawiyah, it comes from something to mean to fall. So Hawiyah literally means an abyss, like a pit in which something you can fall into. Right? And you can go to maybe something you can think for like a bottomless pit, for example. That's what Hawiyah refers to. So again, I told you it refers to one of the names of the hellfire, but linguistically speaking, and in this surah, what is revelation, the meaning is first linguistic and then the technical meaning is established from the surah. So for example, before Surah Al-Qari'ah, people didn't know Yawm Al-Qiyamah as Al-Qari'ah. Only after the surah was revealed, then people came to use the word as a name for the day of Qiyamah. Now you won't find people really using it for much other than that. The Quran, because Because the Quran came to that society and it colored the whole society. They became a Quranic people. Their language took on Quranic meanings. Right? So though Al-Qari'ah has a linguistic meaning, if you speak about it in a Muslim context, it's going to refer to Qiyamah, not just something that knocks. So similarly, Hawiyah literally just means an abyss or bottomless pit. But here it's referring to a name of Jahannam. And you may, how we conceive of things is usually when you speak about Allah granted in the highest daraja in Jannah. Daraja means when you go up something, levels going up. Now when we conceive of Jahannam, we conceive of Jahannam as having darakat. Darajat is going up, darakat is going down. So this idea of Jahannam is, or the resort of this person who has life skills, is that he will go into this abyss in which he can continue going to lower levels. And all of that, the image that gets added to that is that the person will feel like he's running to a resort where he's going to find safety and shelter and food, and that's what the mother does. But all that he will actually be given there is a place in which he will fall deeper and deeper into. Right? And the understanding of that is, it's your deeds in this life that determine your trajectory in the year after. If you do such deeds, you don't prepare your deeds in this life, then you will continue going lower and lower in the year after. But if you do good deeds, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you a life that's always pleasing. And you can understand from that at one point, if I'm pleased with something and I become bored of it, my life will still be pleasing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give me better than that. And so it's ever increasing in its beauty and in what it takes for me to be pleasing. فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ. Allah again asks, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. What does that mean? What will make you know? Same like when we have وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. مَا الْقَارِعَةُ. Here we just have وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ. And what will make you know? مَا هِيَ. What it is. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ. What will make you know what it is? What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. What kind of construction is that? It's a mawsuf, sifa construction. Right? Narun is a feminine word. You see? Narun is a feminine word. It means a fire. So that's why the sifa for narun is hamiyatun. Is hamiyatun, which is also a feminine word. But there's something omitted there. They said this can't just be narun hamiyah, because then there's either only a mubtada or only a khabar. So there's something implied in the beginning. Here, narun hamiyah. It is a, yeah. Oh, no. The hawiyah. The hawiyah is narun hamiyatun. It is a fire. Hamiyah, that's like, that means like intensely, extremely hot. Pushing?
So, Qari'ah meaning of something that looks harder than expected.
Say again?
Qari'ah, it's something that looks harder than expected. Does that then imply that the judgment will come unexpected and hard on the people?
Yes, that's exactly it. It's speaking of, it's a name for the day of Qiyamah, but it speaks to it by its quality. Right? So, nobody knows when the day of Qiyamah is. Nobody knows when the day of Qiyamah is. Right? And for that reason, it's described as coming hard and unexpected. In fact, there's a lot to learn about this, what we call eschatology, about death and what comes after death, etc. Whether there will be Muslims at the time that they're alive, at the time when the trumpet is blown and Qiyamah actually comes. Because if they have passed on, then it won't necessarily be a fright to them. Right? So, there's a lot of discussion about that, which we don't actually have time, because we're supposed to do another surah. Let us see, our time is over again. Yeah, inshallah, we'll do that next week. But just in conclusion, if we look at the surah, holistically, what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing? Allah is alerting us to a reality. That reality is the day of Qiyamah. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying is that the only way of describing that day to you is by appealing to your imagination. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a whole lot of imagery for you to have an idea of what that day is like. But the crux of the matter is that there will be two groups of people on that day. You see, one thing is just knowing something theoretically, there is such a day. But no, Allah is telling you there are implications to this day. Right? And the implication of this day is that there will be two groups of people. Those people will be created, or those groups will be formed on account of the state of their scales, which means the state of their deeds. One group will be in pleasure, and another group, his only resort will be an abyss of the hellfire. So what's the implication of that for us? The implication on our lives of that is that I want to ensure that I'm the person that has a good life. Right? And the beauty of it is this, that usually people end up in that abyss because their pursuit was merely pleasure in this life. Most of the time, people fall into the abyss on account of the primary pursuit in this life, not being Allah, but being mere pleasure in this life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us that if your pursuit is having heavy scales on that day, which is essentially pleasing Allah, then you will have an everlasting life in which you will attain pleasures that ever increase. Question?
So, as far as I know, people will enter Jannah by the mercy of Allah.
Okay, this is a long question. So can I dismiss the class and we discuss it inshallah? Okay, so we'll end there for now inshallah. Next week we'll start with Surah Al-Humaizah inshallah, and we'll take it from there. For now, jazakumullah khair, wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.